What up? Welcome into another episode with the OG crew. We got the whole gang here today, and it's always good to talk to you, fellas. So it's been a little while since we last spoke. I know the weekend was tough, but for me at least. But I got back on track yesterday in a big way, and I'm enjoying the NBA, I must say. So Dutch, I want to go to you. How's everything been treating you? You see an NBA as well as you see in college?
The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Good to be back with the fellas. You know, the NBA, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, like I just gotta stop betting on the weekends, bro. Like Saturday and Sunday, no fun day for me, man. God damn, I can't get nothing in the association right. It was nice yesterday though, even with the fuckery. I mean, maybe it wasn't fuckery. I do believe it was though, because I thought Giannis was gonna be suiting up. Now, the spot for me, either way, it was Bucks or nothing. So I have -5 in my pocket, so you could say, I probably, wasn't the best bet because you could get it as my guy Skee did later on, and plus money, plus value, plus points. So but yeah, I like what I seen out of Milwaukee, late, not early, but it was nice to get that. Sunday was a little frustrating with Mitchell and LeVert being ruled out late. Now it looks like Mitchell's gonna next. We finally know now Mitchell will not be in the next 3 games. So it's nice to have some sort of information like that, So the next 3 basketball games, we know a star will be out. I was surprised to see that. But outside of that, man, I'm happy to be back with the fellas. I do believe we have a couple appealing games on the card today, ready to break bread. And most importantly, hit them straight over the motherfucking head.
I'm with it. Let's do it. But Bano, I know you like that. How you feeling? How you feeling about the NBA? How you been?
Yeah, it's been better at least the last few. I mean, first few days after the break were disastrous, but no, it's been we've steadied the ship a little bit here with the NBA the last few nights. Last night it would have been a profitable night if Oklahoma City didn't turn into Oklahoma Pity last night for me with that result against the LA Lakers. Other than that, it was a pretty solid night though. We had Chicago. I was surprised they were getting that many points against Sacramento last night, so we were able to cash there. It ended up being like an even night, but definitely the last few days have been better than it was initially after the break. I thought I was going to sweep with Washington in the over against Utah. We only split there. Washington kind of fell apart there in the fourth quarter, but still a solid night, and we'll see if we can continue it and keep it going today.
Let's keep it going, Wham Bam. How you feeling? How's NBA been treating you?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm feeling good. I was on that same Bucks with Dutch yesterday, so it was a definitely roller coaster. Luckily, I slept through that thing, man. I was asleep for the whole thing. Woke up seeing how everybody was reacting. I was like, man, I'm glad I was asleep for that shit. Also, I'm glad I fell asleep on the OKC game too because I was going to take OKC, and I'm glad I didn't do that shit either. So I definitely would have pushed it all the way to the end on that. Probably would have even hopped on them live. So luckily that didn't. It luckily played out how it did play out for me. I was only one play in, one play out today. Shit, man, it's a lot of games I like in this game. It's a lot of fucking games I don't want no problem with. You know what I mean? So we got a lot to talk about, but happy again to be here with the people in the chat and also my brothers, of course. Doing it again another day, man. It feels good, bro.
Yes, it does feel good, and nice to know we all got paid on that Bucks game. So let's see if we can do that with today's card as well. We'll start in rotation.
Man. Props to you going back to the window with the. I was like, hey, I feel it, but man, you went back. I was like, oh shit. Hey, line me up.
No time it is, man. And that spot, like you said, I was rolling with the spot no matter what.
Right. I'm with you. Good shit though.
Appreciate it. All right, 513, 514 will be where we start today's card. Orlando and Charlotte. And I have halftime lines up here. This game opened up Orlando -8.5, hasn't moved. Total has dropped 2 points to 207.5. As far as the injury report for both of these teams, I see Markelle Fultz out for the Magic, and then the Hornets will be without Mark Williams, Seth Curry, LaMelo Ball, Cody Martin, and then Nick Richards' game time decision. This is a tough game. Probably a lot of people won't like to deal with it. I'm going to come to you first here, Wham Bam. Is this a prop game for you? I know your boy is over there. How you rolling with this one?
Yeah, I think Paulo showed us in the last 2 games that he's ready to get back in action, even with Wagner there in a lineup. And I think this is Houston team. It's a lot of it's levels to this shit. It's the reason why it's 8.5, man. It's a levels to this shit type game. Post All-Star break. This is the 29th ranked offensive rating team in the Charlotte Hornets. You just named a grip of motherfuckers that's not gonna play for them today. That just gives us a indication that it may be a smash spot for this Magic team. And you just got to trust them to be able to do what they do. As far as Markelle Fultz not playing in this game, that's just going to give them more opportunities for guys like Suggs, who's been playing pretty well lately. So I think that Nick Richards is going to be a game time decision. He's a questionable tag there. So I do want to look at him if I want to take any certain sort of props on the Hornet side, because that's affecting Brandon Miller. That's going to affect Miles Bridges, of course. And as far as them getting rebounds and that so forth there. But for the most part, it's only going to be Magic for me, man. I haven't took this play yet, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Am I tripping? Is this too much of a big spread? But I think that they win by double digits here. I just think this is a depleted Hornets team, and the Magic actually showing up that they really care about seeding here. They should be trying to win this game.
Well, the Magic have taken care of the bad teams versus less than 45% win teams. They're 15-4 against the spread. As a favorite in general, they've covered 18 out of 23 games this season, and they've covered 12 of their last 16 games in general. So I understand. But Bano, I guess I'll let you answer that question as far as if the spread is too big. But I also want to ask, is this total low for a reason?
Well, it's when you look at it with Orlando, the last few games, the defense has been really good, especially Detroit, Brooklyn. They held those teams below 100. They've been playing solid defense, 5 straight unders. So it makes sense to me why this total's low. And Charlotte's a team that's gone 8-2 to the under in their last 10 games. So, but you're talking about an NBA total when you get to 207.5. You're always worried it's fallen just a little bit too low. You look at the recent meetings, though, and that's the thing that you got to factor in here. A lot of these totals were 224, 212, 219. Orlando's totals 216, 226. None of the totals have been this low. So I think there's probably overvalue, but the way both teams are trending, I don't want the over. With the way we've seen unders and Charlotte struggling to score and their defense has improved a little bit. We know Orlando is definitely a team that's played good defense lately. I would lean Orlando here. And look, I actually took Charlotte against Toronto the other night. I just thought Raptors laying that number of points. Charlotte covered against Philly. They could cover against Toronto. They did. They lost by 5, covered the number. There's a bit of a tricky spot because it's going to be their third straight, road game. And Orlando's dominated this team. 3 straight wins and covers for the Magic, including 2 straight in Charlotte, where they've won by 11, won by 6. So one of those games would cover this number, one wouldn't. Don't love the game, but I definitely would lean road favorite before home underdog.
All right, Dutchy, do you feel the same sentiments? Is it levels to this shit? The Magic on another level.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the chat, man. We got DK in the building. We got Lucky Power. We got the young lady Tasha. I see you. Also got our boy. Hey, why don't you highlight Mr. Trifecta's comment if you would, Skee. Come on now. 28 likes. This motherfucking respectful. Come on now, man. We only got as many likes as the motherfucking Leprechauns beat them Warriors the other day. At least let's get to 40, 50. Can we get to 50? Come on, man. Let's beat that at least. He's probably still riding high off that motherfucking show. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even know this game was on the card. I must have missed it. Back with this motherfucker, goddamn it. And you want to talk about this shit? Fuck. Same game. Back with this bitch.
Of course.
There we go.
People knew about it.
The production is improving here with the OG show. Yeah.
San Antonio.
Those are good times.
If you know, you know. You know what I mean? That's it. Probably the only time you see me and Skee's ass back in the SA, but hey. If you know, you know.
Yeah, that was a good
story,
time,
man. Yeah.
Babano, man, they missing stuff, man. You gotta see Babano get on that stage.
Come on, talk about it.
Yeah.
5-15, 5-16, Boston, Cleveland. This is an interesting game to me. It opened Boston -6.5, all the way up to 8 now. Total open 218.5, and it has dropped as low as 215. You have Jalen Brown and Porzingis both game time decision tonight. For the Cavs, they'll be without Max Strus, Donovan Mitchell, and Thompson. Looks like Okoro and Levert are both game time decision here. And I got to come back to you here on this one, Dutch, because I feel like this is one of those games for sure. This is where I feel like this levels to this one right here. And Celtics have shown they're tier one. They're on another level than everybody else in the NBA right now, in my opinion. And as long as they care about the games, they'll get the job done. Do you think they get the job done tonight?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Exotic Sweaty Butcher, man. He don't really like the slander on the backwood, man. Hey, it is what it is. You know it's all love, Butch. You know it's all love. But yeah, this one, shit, man. We talked about this a little bit on the sesh yesterday. You know, if betting against the Celtics is not the thing to do. I mean, it's like bringing sand to the motherfucking beach. I mean, you could do it, but why? Why do it? You know, come on now. I mean, goddamn. So it's Celtics or nothing for me. It's Mr. Trifecta type of shit. You know, first quarter, second quarter, full game type of shit. If you really like it, you know. My question is to kind of how you ended it though. You know, the intro to this game, Skee, is if they care. You know, so they coming off 2 huge, big time wins, right? I mean, you know, you say what you will about the Dallas Mavericks, but you know what they had about Kyrie, the past beef with Kyrie. I mean, you got to remember JB and this motherfucker JT both played with Kyrie. You know, some people forget about that. They forget about pre-Brooklyn, or maybe didn't think that, you know, he was there before them. No, he played with them and kind of shitted on them. So you see that big game, and then you know what it is with the Warriors, obviously losing in the finals to the Warriors. They made a statement on that ass 50 piece. So I could kind of see the Celtics being lackadaisical, but I'm not betting on that shit. I'm not betting on it. We know the Cavaliers have been good as fuck at home first half, especially too. But no Donovan Mitchell, no bueno for me. Levert's been in and out. Levert's a big piece off the bench. You miss him. I mean, so like I said, betting against Boston, it's not the thing to do. So you won't catch me doing it. It's either Boston or nothing for me.
I agree. And lately, the Cavs haven't been good at home in the first half. They've covered 1 of their last 5. Meanwhile, all season long, the Celtics are 22-6 in the first half on the road against the spread. So, role where they've had success. And Babano, the way that they've been playing lately, I mean, they've blown their last. I mean, they were 6-0 against the spread their last 6 games. I think all of them by double digits. They just are rolling. 2 teams going in opposite directions with the Cavs 1-8 their last 9 games. How do you view this one playing out?
Yeah, 1-8 against the spread. That is in their last 9 games. They have, but even the straight up record hasn't been that great for Cleveland. We're talking 4-5 in their last 9 games straight up. No, they've been struggling. They have not been a bet on team since the All-Star break. It's like the All-Star break. We're always looking for those teams where the All-Star break, it either catapults them to great things or it sends them maybe downward a little bit. And it sent Cleveland downward a little bit. I don't know. That was a perfect, baseball, perfect game for a pitcher. And it's hard to replicate it the next start. That was a perfect game for Boston against Golden State. They couldn't have shot better. They shot out of their minds in the first half, making every 3 left and right, 140-88 beat down. It feels like a bit of a tricky. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable laying it with Boston. It's tough to get there with Cleveland too, the way they're playing, but I don't feel comfortable with Boston off a perfect game against Golden State. Denver on deck, by the way. Denver Nuggets in Denver on deck for Boston. After this, the defending NBA champions. So not saying they look past Cleveland, but, let's be real. Cleveland's struggling. They're falling in the Eastern Conference standings a little bit. Boston may look at that as the bigger game a couple nights from now against Denver. We'll see if Porzingis is in, but if he's not in, I'm going to grab a little Cleveland at a plus number. We'll see, but I'm leaning that way. I'm just waiting for Porzingis status, but I lean Cleveland, honestly. I don't love this spot for Boston. If they smash another team for the 3rd straight game, hats off to them. I'm not sure I trust them after the best game they could possibly play as a team. Not easy to replicate that.
I hear you, Babano. We'll just have to disagree there. Wham Bam, I'll come to you on this one. I'm going to talk a little matchup, but for one, I would like Porzingis in, but even if he's out, I think we're okay. And I don't really care if Jaylen Brown plays or not. I just think that Drew Holiday can put the clamps on Darius Garland. And if Garland's not out there scoring or doing anything, I mean, what's the offense going to be for the Cavaliers? And
That's
for
the
the Celtics,
problem with Mitchell being out. Your secondary guard option is not there. The primary guard option can get taken away. There is a concern there for Cleveland with that
And
matchup.
Levert's beat up. He's really your
Yeah,
two with
Levert,
the
Levert is out too. Yeah, Levert is out too. So you're really
is he out or is it game time?
he's game time,
questionable.
but
But he's been
last,
out.
he missed the last 2 games. So
Yeah, but I
They need him.
just that's how I see the Celtics playing. Like, so Drew Holiday's gonna be out there. I'm good, and Cleveland has nobody. I mean, Mobley's gonna be on Tatum. I'll give me Tatum, man. So I like the Celtics. How do you feel about it, Wham Bam?
Yeah, I think it's levels to the shift for sure. Like you said, it's a different tier. I think the only team that makes it a little bit more interesting for Boston is what we've seen from Milwaukee. They kind of proved it a little bit last game. So that's the only team that I think that could possibly push them. It's Cleveland team, especially being hampered, not having all their guys. And you said it, bro. I think Darius Garland, he has to have an offensive game and he has to be the main ball distributor today in order for them to have a chance for them to win this game. So you have one guy that's going to have to do all that. It's kind of like a tall task. And on top of that, I think that it's going to be a little bit tough for him to do it against, pretty tough defenses back to back. So this is a Boston team that's been pretty solid since post All-Star break. Those 5 games that they played, #1 offensive rating. Along with that, it's been the boy Derek White shooting pretty well from 3, shooting 53%, and about 5 attempts, making about 3 of those on average. 4 out of his last 4 out of those 5 games, he's been going over the 2.5 threes. We're going to take Derek White. We're going to go Caillou over 2.5 threes. And this is the best first half team on the road so far this year. Why would I go up against them? They were 22-6 ATS in the first half so far on the road, 8-2 the last 10. I would think to go Cavs. I would think to fade the Cavs in the first half. If anything, they may backdoor cover this, but I think the first half is where I would go here. So shout out to the boy Nasty Nate. He said boo this man when Babano was talking. That was hilarious as fuck. But I think the Cavs first. I think the Celtics first half is the play.
You're still my pal, Nate. It's okay.
Yeah. I like that for the side, and then IU over 2.5 threes is the play, man. Derek White.
All right, good stuff on this one. We will go right along. Next game up, we have 5-17, 5-18. Pelicans, Raptors. Open up Pels -7.5, up to 9.5, and even 10 showing up now. Total hasn't moved too much. It's sitting at 228.5. For the injury report, Pelicans have Dyson Daniels out. Raptors without their best player, Scotty Barnes. Looks like also Jakob Poeltl and Bruce Brown all going to be out for this game. So I got to come to you here, Dutch. Pelicanos and the Raptors look pretty beat up. Pelicans have 3-day rest compared to 1. Can we trust the Pelicans on the road though?
Man, you got me high as fuck. Looking at this, like, wait, the Pelicans again 9.5. I thought they've been down near 10.
Oh, my bad.
This graphic, man. Good thing I looked this shit up, But no, no. I was looking at this game like, damn, who's all out for Toronto? Because either way, it's a lot. That's a lot of points for the Pelicanos on the road, right? I'm like, damn, what the fuck, 9.5? And I was just thinking, like, I don't even want to talk about this game after that, to be quite honest with you. I was like, oh, this is a backward for sure. Because I looked at this game, I was like, what the fuck? 9.5 Pelicanos? Yeah, you're right, Skee. It's Pelicanos first half. You could probably do it. You could probably get away with it. But, I mean, I really only trust Zion's ass and them boys at the crib, to be quite honest with you. We'll find spots to get them. But this type of number, nah, man, I'm cool with it. I'm not going to bet this basketball game.
Fair enough. I'll slide it over to you, Babano. How you feel about your boys in the North?
Well, look, the Raptors are not a team that when you look at this point spread for them getting 9.5, 10, it's a lot of points. They're banged up. I get it, but I don't know if I trust them fully. I mean, I took Charlotte against them. It's not like Charlotte's great, and Charlotte ended up covering the number. Toronto won 111-106, but it's just very difficult for them. We saw 2 home games against the Warriors and the Mavs. They lost by double digits in both of those games. Pacers went in there and beat them. They lost by double digits before the break against the likes of Cleveland and San Antonio. Now they've got all these injuries that they're dealing with. And Scotty Barnes is their heart and soul. You know, he's one of the leaders already, both ends, two-way player, excellent at both ends of the floor. They rebounding, they miss him. And it's not just him, it's Pirtle. And without Pirtle, they really can get destroyed on the glass. With all due respect to Kelly Olynyk, who's going to slide into the 5 spot starting center, they're still going to get hurt on the glass, in my opinion, you know, against the Pelicanos here and the size that they have in the low post. So that's not good when you're going to give up second and third chance opportunities. And off a miss, you're not going to get your own second and third chance opportunities. So that does concern me here a little bit for the Raptors in this game. But are the Pelicans in this spot a team I trust laying double digits? No. So I'm going to leave it alone. Pass.
Fair enough. You don't got to touch every single game. And we'll slide it right over to Wham Bam here. How you feeling about that?
That is a good look. I agree with the Kelly Olynyk over points. He's got to step up offensively, and he's capable of doing that, especially with everyone out. That's not a bad look.
Oh, damn. We're betting on Kelly Olynyk.
Not like we're asking him to score 30.
How many games on this card? What the fuck? How many games on this goddamn card?
Hey, off the contract extension, too. He's got the new contract now with the Raptors, too. He's a little fired up maybe tonight.
Every time I do some shit like that, he goes for like his motherfucker goes for like 25 plus. So you're welcome, Rican. You're welcome, homie. Oh shit.
But nah, you know what? I actually I don't like Olynyk at all. I think that the Pelicans this is a huge rest advantage, man, for the Pelicans. And last time we seen them, man, they put the clamps on Halliburton, man, and I think that they're gonna be showing pretty good defense for post All-Star break. I think that's what we're gonna be seeing for them Pelicanos. Right now, they rank 6th in defensive rating post All-Star break. I think this is only going up. You know what I'm saying? Through the days and the games is going on, and this is a good chance for it to go up against a team that's, you said it, they missing a lot of guys. Kind of, you know, since the news about Scotty Barnes is kind of like, you know, demoralizing there. And they got to go up against a team that's going to play pretty good. I think this is a game that you could trust the big number here. And I did take the 8.5 last night. I think that this is a good spot for the Pelicans in that situation. Come on, my boy. You messing with us. and then on top of that, bro, it's big time levels right here because of the damn news to Scotty Barnes. And you talk about Olynyk. Golly. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Olynyk on the other side. Come on, man. Come on, let's talk about levels. This is definitely levels here. I think that the Pelicans is the spot here. I endorsed the 9.5 as well. I don't think we got out of the range here. I don't want to take the Toronto in the first half though, because I think that this it's been good. Good for the first half. It's good. Raptors leans towards the first half. It's free little win for sure. But no, it's been good for the Raptors in the first half recently at the house. So I don't want to do that. I think a lot of that has to do with customs and all that shit. So I'm not going to do fade them in the first half. It's just only going to be full game for me for the Pelicanos there. But it's levels to me, in my opinion, on this one.
All right, good stuff. I think I'm staying away from this game, but wish you guys luck who are getting involved. 519, 520, Hawks and Knicks. Open Knicks -4, came down to -3. Total is down 2 points to 215.5. As far as the injury report for the Knicks, same 3 guys: Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, all out. Brunson, game time decision. Trae Young and Okongwu out for these Hawks. And I guess I'll slide to you here first, Babano. Hawks have the rest advantage, 2 days to 1. And the Knicks have been atrocious. They've covered, I think, 2 of their last 12 games. I want nothing to do with the Knicks. But can we trust the Hawks on the road?
To do this, it's another pass, unfortunately. I mean, I don't want the Knicks either, but not Atlanta. I've been burned by Atlanta enough that I'm not doing it. Not only getting 2.5, 3 on the road against a team that is still better than they are significantly, even with the injured parts like Anunoby and Julius Randle, and Brunson's a game time decision. I just don't trust Atlanta enough. I don't. So, and I don't want to lay it with the Knicks here. I know they had a nice win the other night against Cleveland, but they finally played a team that's as banged up as they are right now and struggling for that matter. So, yeah, to me, I'd actually play the Knicks before the Hawks, but I'm not rushing to lay points with this version of New York right now, so it's a pass.
We're trying to have a and you want to talk about this shit?
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna get another one of those. Dutch, we don't have that little guy you don't like. Can you trust the Hawks without him? Can you get to the window with +3?
Absolutely fucking not, bro. Well, I'll be on the Atlanta Hawks. Good call from you last time. I believe it was last week. They won by like 30, I think. I forget who they played, but they was at the crib, and then they went to Brooklyn and I don't know, let their game in Atlanta, that's what happened. But they did handle business early last week, I believe. So I don't trust him though. I would look for Murray to show up though, Madison Square Garden. I like this kid an awful lot, and he'll be in Atlanta. He should be in Atlanta. His trade is not the motherfucking way. We all know that. But yeah, man, you know what this is about. You know what this game's all about. It's Jalen Brunson. It's Jalen motherfucking buckets, man. If Jalen buckets is out, no, I can't fuck with this game. If he's out, if he's in, I'm all over the Knickerbockers. I lean honestly more like what Bobano said here. I kind of think it's, the Knicks here, man, but hard to do with the injuries. They haven't played good basketball, but it seems like a good spot, good right spot against the bummy ass Atlanta team, whose bench is like fucking super light now without, you can make a case that their starting five ain't that bad, but then you go out to the bench outside of Hunter, like who the fuck are these dudes? So, yeah, I would lean Knicks. They got Bogdanovic coming off the bench. Obviously Jalen Brunson. They need Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart is doing an awful lot. So shout out to him. He's playing ball. I probably wouldn't be surprised if our guy Wham Bam goes somewhere with him because that motherfucker's going 110 for 48. So shout out to him, and they'll probably get it done in Madison Square Garden, I would think, tonight. But I need Jalen. I need Mr. Brunson.
You feeling the same way here, Wham Bam? Looks like nobody's willing to touch Atlanta, but they also need Jalen to be in for the Knicks. What you think about it?
Yeah, man, they funny for saying that Jalen Bronson was even questionable to come and return in that last game. Anyway, I don't think. I don't think he's playing in this game either. It's tricky for this Knicks team. They actually been one of the worst points per game as far as like scoring points per game, but they're all trying to play defense there. That's the reason for the total to be this low. This Atlanta team, they could kind of be kicking them where they're down, but this is a terrible team too, bro. We've been trying to figure out a way this team is going to be win. They lose back-to-back games to Brooklyn. That's nasty business, bro. And that's another reason why I just don't want to trust this damn team. And the team total under has actually been cashing for this Knicks too. So do I trust them to play defense against the Knicks? If there's no Bronson here, maybe team total under for the Knicks. It's hit like I think 9 out of the last 10 times. Last 10 games or something like that, but it's like you got to trust these guys play defense. So it's a tricky game. This is a backwood for me for sure. I don't want nothing to do with this.
Fair. We'll move over to 521, 522. That is Pistons Heat. Heat opened up -11, haven't really moved. 11.5 total though. It's dropped 4 points to 217. As far as the injury report here, for the Pistons, Quentin Grimes is doubtful. For the Heat, Hero, Love, Richardson, all out. And then you have Patty Mills gonna make. He looks like he's very likely to play. So should see Patty Mills out there. Wham Bam. I'll come back to you on this. Pistons, very appealing as a double-digit dog, but and the Heat, I don't view them as a team to be laying this many points. Do you view the Heat that way? Can you get there with the dirty dog today in the Pistons?
This is a tricky game to me. This is a tricky game to me too. You could get there just because like where you broke that down. The Pistons are the team that you can trust, I think, as this big double-digit spread, because when they're not you're usually going to kick them while they're down. They figure out a way to be scrappy enough there, and this is a team, bro. Since the trade, the offense have been a little bit spotty, but Jaden Ivey has been kind of the guy you got to trust, and then along with it, you got to trust Cade all the way around. I don't know if you could trust Miami though. I don't think that you could trust Jimmy Butler to get to the line. He had to get to the line last game, and then as far as the no Tyler Hero, and then as far as who else you don't have okay, so you do have Terry Rozier. That's the guy that I did want to look in here on. I think Terry Rozier is probably the only guy that I trust. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, come on, bro. Hey, get down, bro. I'm just like seeing my boy about to jump out the it looked like he about to jump out the window type shit. Like, get down, bro. All right. Yeah, that just threw me all the way off right there. But no, Terry Rozier is the guy I want to circle in on this game, bro. You got to be all the way aware sometimes, bro, for real. So yeah, he's the one I want to circle in on. He's actually been struggling beyond New York, not shooting well beyond New York. I think it gets a little bit easier for him today. This team is not good defensively, of course. Detroit, bottom 10 defensive rating, Loki all year. So I think that they get a chance to do something on the guard side. But as far as the double-digit dog, I don't think they're going to win by double digits or even care to win by double digits. So I'm right there in agreement with you, Skee, as far as the Pistons. But I like Terry Rozier tonight. Yeah, Lil Wham is wilding. Okay, watch this. I don't want this. I don't want that to happen though, because it sounds crazy. You said Lil Wham Lil Wham is wilding. Okay, watch this is crazy because it seemed like he might jump off right after I said that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all in the chat, man. I'm only thinking like you, Skee, with the plus 11 there, and Terry Rozier is probably the way I'm going with the threes, maybe because he's been struggling here. I think he gets it figured out today, especially without Tyler Hero.
All right, Dutchy. I have a feeling you don't want to touch this game, but the Heat have been playing good. You getting there with the Heat? I know you're not touching the dirty dog.
Man, you see that number, man? You see that number next to the Heat? Come on now. Your first feeling was goddamn right. Shout out to our guy, Troy T. I see you, my man. Let's get to it, though, man. Fuck this basketball game, man. Back with this shit.
Fuck.
Same game.
Backwood
is big.
Of course.
Of course, right over to Ian. How you feeling about this one, Ian?
Yeah, this one I did grab a little piece of Detroit. I did. They've been feisty. They've been solid in this underdog spot. Now, I didn't know they got roughed up by Orlando the other night, 113-93. But you do have Miami here. They didn't cover that home against Utah the other night. They were off that 6-game road trip. It was the Malinsky special spot, fading them off the road trip against Utah, laying that number. And Utah covered the number in defeat. You look at the Heat, they got Dallas and Oklahoma City on deck in the next 2 games. Those are bigger games than that. I think it's a spot for Miami to just take care of business, get the job done, but you don't have to win by margin. It's not like they've been able to beat Detroit by margin in recent games. Last time they played in Miami back in October, down to the wire, 1-point victory for the Heat. Yep. For me, just a few too many points. I'll take a shot with Detroit.
I get it. I definitely get it. I think that's the way I would prefer to play this game as well. So we'll move right along. 523, 524, Philly, Brooklyn. This one is ugly. Open Philly -1. Now Brooklyn -1. Total is down 8 points to 212.5. Injury report here. You do have Maxey out for the Sixers. Melton, Embiid, and Covington out as well. Campaign, KJ Martin, game time decision. Then for the Nets, you have Lonnie Walker, game time. They'll be without Sharp, Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas. This is a backwood for me, just because I think it's an under game, but I'm not willing to bet it after it's dropped 8 points already. So, Labano, I'll come to you. Do you think it's an under game as well? And are you willing to bet this game?
Yeah, I mean, I was initially looking at Philly just because, look, I don't trust Brooklyn. I know Brooklyn's had some better results here the last couple of games. They played against Atlanta. They won, but they did lose last night as 10-point favorites to Memphis at home. Philadelphia's, even without Embiid, I think Philadelphia, you can make a case, based on the number, they would be worth a look. But unfortunately here, it's Maxey, it's Embiid, it's Melton, it's Covington. It's a lot of injuries right now for Philadelphia. Thomas and Simmons are out for Brooklyn. Although if the line keeps moving, I might grab Philly. I don't know if I will. I would certainly understand why this total's been bet down the way it has, all the way to 212, but it's too far now. I agree with that. But you know what? Philly opened a favorite. Brooklyn's now a home favorite. Even with the Philly concerns, I don't agree with that. It would be Philly. I might add Philly. I think Philly will be on the card for me. Philadelphia 76ers if I'm betting it. And I think I'll get in on it for something.
This is Jao K saying that he likes the Sixers as well. Nets terrible on a back-to-back. They are 2-6-1 without rest so far this season. So I definitely get that. Dutchy, this is an ugly one. I hate to even pass it to you. What you gonna do with it?
Sure, not gonna hit this shit. I might throw this one out the window, but I just don't understand how y'all motherfuckers like. I see a lot of Sixer talk. Like, what the fuck you going? You relying on Tobias Harris? I mean, that's it. That's what it is. No Maxi. Hey man, that's all. Maxi the motherfucking everything they got. He's everything without Joel Embiid. I mean, Tobias is Tobias. So you
Like
gonna
Kyle
be
Lowry?
him. Kyle Lowry. He still plays? What the fuck? Hey, man, this motherfucker might take a charge. This motherfucker, come on, look, Kyle Lowry, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hell no, I don't like Kyle Lowry. No Maxi, no bueno. I think the Nets probably win this game, but I'm not betting them bummy ass motherfuckers either. So, yeah, man, it's an ugly ass card. Goddamn.
Yeah, it is.
Talk to him, man.
Fuck. Same game.
Backwood.
Backwood is
All right, I ain't gonna back with it though. I ain't gonna back with it. I just wanted to play that for the bro. And honestly, Kelly Oubre is the only way I'm gonna go. Sucks though, because it has to be at the expense of some of these injuries here. It's only when he's gonna play well. Last game, he shot 17 times. He only made 7. He only made 1 3. So we can't even go to the threes because it's always a good number for the threes. He's only needing 2 to make typically on those props there. So we can't take the threes there because he probably only going to make 1, but he's going to get to the foul line. He's going to do a lot of the other stuff. And, yeah, man, I think that is – and actually Lil Wayne is chilling right now, so let's not say his name 3 times because he might pop up and try to – you're going to chill out, you know what I'm saying? But Kelly Oubre, bro, he might get 2 threes today. So if you like them, you like that shit, do your thing. But I'm going to stick to the 16.5 points. It's going to be him or Buddy Hield. I'm going to give it to him today. I think he has to put the ball on the rim, put the ball on the floor against his former team as well. So give me that as far as Kelly Oubre. That's the only way I'm going to go in this game. I don't really like anything else.
I was so disinterested in this game that I don't even remember if we've all talked about it. I'm sorry.
I think we did.
All right. I was unsure just because this is the one game I want absolutely zero to deal with, whatever. It's even messing me up here. 525, 526, San Antonio and Houston. This one I'm interested in, even though some other people may not be. Opened up Houston -6. We see them now as a 7.5 point favorite. Total open 228.5 and is down as low as 227. For the injury report, Easton out for the Rockets. Wemby, game time for the Spurs. And I'll come back to you here, Babano, on this one. Rockets have the rest advantage. Rockets have been good at home. And what do I see? They've covered 4 of the last 5 in the first half at home. Spurs, 1-4 ATS their last 5 first halves on the road. I personally don't think Wemby's playing. No Wemby, I got to look the other way. I would play Rockets first half if I'm getting involved in this game. How do you see it?
Yeah, I would split it up. I do like Houston in this game. I would do a split with the first half and the full game. They're a different team at home. They've been a different team at home all season. 20-10 straight up, 20-10 against the spread at home this year for the Houston Rockets. And yet the road's been a disaster for them. It's kind of been that way with San Antonio as well. Although San Antonio only has 1 more home win than they have a road win, but the home ATS has been pretty solid for San Antonio. The road against the spread, not nearly as much for them. And like you said, there is a distinct possibility. There is no Victor Wembanyama tonight, so keep an eye on this. And it's obviously an impact at both ends of the floor. If he doesn't go, it's a healthy Houston team back home where they played very well. You look at the last time they hosted San Antonio on December 11th. They won by 11, 93-82, covered the number. So, yeah, for me, I got no problem with that. First half full game split here for the Rockets.
No, Babano, give me a little extra push on that Rockets. Dutchy, you interested in this game? Can we get you there on the Rockets?
Yeah, I kind of do like the Rockets first half, man. I'm with you. I like the shit you was talking. Not big on the Rockets, but at home is where I would only think about touching them. And the number's kind of big. I think they'll probably cover the game, full game. But first half, it's like, I think if this team comes out ready to play, which they should, in-state rival, they beat them 3 out of the last 4 times. And both times back at the crib, it's been double-digit wins in both games, won by fucking, I believe, 32. So no Wemby, should be even, plus for Houston. Yeah, I like Houston first half here, man. I'll probably get to the window with that one.
Like it. I like it. Wham bam. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I was waiting on y'all on this one, bro. So it seemed like we're gonna be on the Rockets here because that's the only way I could think of, especially without winning Binyamba. This is a big piece of the puzzle, especially of the scouting report. And Houston, this big ass number. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely a big number here. But I think you could split this up on this type of game. You could take them first half and full game, and win both of them or win one or the other there. So I like Houston here with you guys there. It just didn't really have too much here. It's gonna be a backwood for me, but I like what I'm hearing from you guys.
My bad. All right, so we all looking towards the Rockets tonight. I like it. Two more games left today. We have 527, 528, Pacers and Mavs. Opened up Mavs -4. They're a 5-point favorite now. And total open 247.5. Current consensus is 246.5. For the Pacers, Ben Mathurin looks like wait, my bad. Ben Mathurin is game time decision along with Neesmith and Shepard, and then Doug McDermott is out. For the Mavericks, Luca is game time. Derrick Jones as well as Maxi Kleba. So Dutch, I usually come to you on these games with the Mavericks. We're unsure if Luca's going to be out there, but Pacers look kind of trash lately. Doesn't matter if he's out there. Can you get to the window with the Mavericks?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I like this game. But I'm waiting for Luca. I mean, is it a go? The line moving up a little bit more. I would expect him to play, right? He's gonna play. Is it official or no?
Not official
Yeah.
yet.
No,
Yeah, I
game
didn't, I
time.
didn't think so. So yeah, no action for me yet. But once I see Luke out there, even at 5, man, this here is a good spot for Dallas. You know, I probably honestly bet this game regardless. It's kind of got that Milwaukee feel as yesterday. It's just I really do want Luka out there, but I think Kyrie could, Kyrie could do his thing as well. But it's more about the supporting cast knocking down open shots, specifically PJ Washington. You know, these cast, Garland, and hope we get Lively out there. They can hit the boards and run the court with these guys. But Indiana ran the court, man. They smacked them, right out the All-Star break. Good spot for Indiana. And put it on Luka on a Sunday. You know, it was 30. I believe they gave up 133 to Indiana. 20 lost the game by 20 plus points, and it wasn't really close from start to finish. And then now you got Dallas coming off a loss, first game back, right? They get back to Philly, or back home, play Philly, a bum ass Philly team right now, and they get smacked down by 28, lose the game I think by 18. So they get embarrassed at the house. Now they've had a couple days at home, get things situated after the road trip. I think they'll get back to doing what they were doing prior to this little hiccup they had, because they had won 7 straight basketball games. So I think they smacked the Pacers tonight. I know the Pacers, are a good basketball team overall, led by Hallie. But yeah, it's a good spot here off an embarrassing loss at home to a beat up Philadelphia team. Got smacked in Indiana, less than a little over a week ago. I mean, it's a beautiful thing right here, right? I believe for Luka the Don and the boys. So I'll feel more comfortable with Luka out there. But obviously, if he gets ruled out, it'll come down a little bit. I believe even more. If he's in, it goes to 5.5. It's a double-digit win for Dallas. So I will be on the Dallas Mavericks tonight somehow, some way. Just Luka got to lace him up, man. You got to lace him up, the Don. Come on now.
Well, I disagree. I don't want the Mavericks. I'm looking towards the
I
Pacers.
knew you were gonna be on this fucking Hallie and this fucking shit.
And I'm coming to Wham Bam for backup too, because Wham is my guy with the Hallie.
You know what Scooby Doo, huh? Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely fucking with Hallie today, and I'm fucking with the Pacers too, bro. It's just about the points in the paint. They ain't been able to get like they normally are. They number 1 points in the paint. They're going up against the number 22nd points in the paint. That's giving it up, bro, as of late as well. It's tough here because I got a few different ways I think I want to go here and fade in the Dallas Mavericks, unfortunately. And I think that it's going to start off with the team total under 25 and under 125.5. It's been hitting at the house. Team total under 8 out of the last 10 games. And then I think that this is going to be a game that even if Luka does play in this game, which I kind of don't think he's going to play, I'm hoping that he doesn't. But even if he does play in this game, I think it's going to be such a high pace. They're going to have a lot more bricks than this. and this is a high total, bro. I think this total is too high for what we've seen as far as offense for the Pacers, bro. And I think that Hallie does bounce back today. He's dropped 0-12 of the last 2 games, and threes. He hasn't been able to hit a 3, and then I think it's even worse than that. He only hit 1 in the last 3 games. And that's including that game that he had that donut with the Pelicans, and that being a game that he followed up with 13 points. So he hasn't really did anything good since then. He did have 8 assists in that last game. I like a Hallie assist today, and I think Hallie gets back on the threes against this team in the Dallas Mavericks. I don't think that they're gonna shoot that good. I'm sorry, allow that this defense to allow this offense to not flourish here. I think the Pacers are going to make the right plays, make the right reads, and get the threes off. And I think Hallie's going to be a contributor there. So I like Hallie threes here, but the official play for me is just going to simply just be it's going to be the team total under with the Dallas Mavericks 125.5 minus 120 minus 115.
All right, and
all that shit. He didn't say Indiana,
but I like Indiana.
Yeah,
I agree with Saturated. He says Dallas has the worst defensive rating since All-Star break. He says, "Give me Pacers team total over." I don't want to take the team total. I mean, I get it. I'm not mad at taking it. I like the Pacers for that same reason. How am I going to lay with a team who's not getting any stops? They're the worst defense in the NBA lately.
Seven.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not willing to lay with Dallas. I could only look Pacers. How you feel about it, Babano?
I actually like Dallas a little bit, but only if Luka plays in this game. It's just a big time revenge spot. Like, they got their doors blown off in Indiana a couple weeks ago, and they've actually had some good home wins. They beat Oklahoma City at home. They beat Phoenix at home. Like, Dallas has had some good performances the last month or so at home against good teams. And I think tonight they'll be fired up after back-to-back losses to Boston and Philadelphia. So should Indiana. It's not like Indiana's coming in feeling good. They lost to New Orleans, but they lost to San Antonio the other night. So, it's not like Indiana's been great here these last 2 games. So if Luka's in, I'll be on Dallas, but I like the over even more. That's my favorite look in this game. Yeah, it's a high total, and I know Indiana's been trending under, but the Dallas defense has been just atrocious, not getting stops. But back on the home court, I do think we'll see this Dallas team light it up, especially if Luka plays. Keep in mind, Dallas has still been able to score, north of 120 in 5 of their last 7 games. Indiana on the road defense, the numbers fall off completely compared to their defense at home. And they're not a great defensive team to begin with anyway. So I really like this over. I will bet Dallas if Luka's in as well, but a smaller play with that.
So what if Luka's out? Do you think the Pacers cover? Pacers win? To Dutch and Ian.
No, I won't be on Indiana either way. Regardless of him being in or out. It's a Dallas spot to me. They're off 2 losses. They're back home. Indiana destroyed this team 2 weeks ago. They haven't forgotten about that. And Indiana, to me, the last 2 games, I don't like their form either going on the road against an angry Dallas team. They just got beat by San Antonio. That's not a team I'm looking to take with the other team looking to avenge a terrible loss to them.
Fair. We'll move over to the last game on the slate, and that is Suns Nuggets. Opened up Nuggets minus 7.5, and it's up to 8.5 as a consensus. Total looks like 223.5. For the injury report, Nuggets are healthy. The Suns will be without Okogie, Nasir Little, Damian Lee, Devin Booker, and it looks like Nurkic's game time decision for this contest as well. Let me go to you here, Wham Bam. I had a shout out earlier on the show, and they said that, I forget who it was, I can't give them credit, but they pretty much said that Kevin Durant is the guy to play on when Devin Booker is out of the lineup as far as his PRA. Are you looking that direction, or how do you think to get paid here?
That's interesting right there. I got to pull those stats up there because that makes sense to me. You said without Booker, right?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that up real quick. But yeah, I that makes sense there. Seems like as of recently, let's see, without Devin Booker. Come on, man, what are we doing here? Hey, you know what's crazy? You remember when us this is random as hell, but StatMuse was trying to charge us.
Mm-hmm.
They went away from that shit real quick. They knew to it.
Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we done. We out."
Yeah, we out
I'll
of
pay
here.
for some stuff, not that thing. I
Nah,
agree.
we ain't doing that. Nah, they switched it up on us now.
Absurd.
They figured it out. So it looks like that may be solid as hell. I mean, it's going a lot of games here, but it's 27, 7, and 5 as far as games there. If we break it down to this season, it'll probably be a little bit different.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit different here. So it's actually a lot better. Actually, it's 36 and 5 in 11 games. And if you're going back to the last few games, which was starting even going to the OKC game where he had 24 and 3. Prior to that, it was 38 and 7, 34 and 11, 28, 29 and 4. So outside of that last game that you just seen, this number was killing on the PRA, basically. So what they're saying, and that is a great call out. That's a great call out. What's the number that we're getting there?
Last I saw, I think it was like 38.5.
38 and a half. That sounds like a great number there because he's getting that. I mean, he's getting 11. He's down there getting 12 rebounds and assists and 30 points. So that's a good number there against a team that, I mean, this game is going to be tricky though, because especially without Nurkic. Nurkic is going to be the definite key in this play for sure. It's going to be a lot higher. 39 and a half is probably going to be a steal if Nurkic is out. So that's probably going you want to wait around. But I think that Nikola, he got to take advantage of this matchup, right? Like he's the guy to take advantage. He's the reason why I think this number is so big. Not only are they just because they're at home, but you know, this team down low is not that damn good at all. So Nurkic being out and KD, I like that KD prop there a lot. I really didn't have nothing for this game, but that makes a lot of sense for me. I was kind of torn in between Nikola Jokic props because of the matchup discrepancy there. But now you're thinking about without Devin Booker, you're looking at that isolating KD with possibly Yusuf Nurkic being out. That's a good I like that call out there, man. Also, you throw out that OKC game, man, he's damn near hitting 30 the last 4 games. You know what I'm saying? 38, 28, 30, 31. So you only need him to be pretty serviceable at the rebounds and assists there. So I like that KD stat there.
All right, and then I'll go to you, Babeno. How you feeling about this one?
Oh, there's no way I'm fading Denver. I mean, they've been terrific since the All-Star break. Phenomenal. It looks like they are ramping up into, let's get after it and let's get into our championship form right now. It's been focus. It's been intensity. It's been 6 straight wins, 5-1 against the spread since the All-Star break. Has the schedule been the best? Washington and Portland and, Miami, Sacramento. Golden State was a great win, though, on the road. Lakers, it was still a pretty good win on the road as well. Last game, 124, 114. This will be tougher against Phoenix, but, Denver's got that look in their eyes right now that they're ramping up to playoff caliber. And the last time I stepped in front of them on their home court was the Miami game, and Miami got the point spread cut. It was close. It was right around the number, but, it's not like I'm looking to go against them here at home right now. Phoenix is off 2 straight losses to Houston and Oklahoma City at home, and now they got to go on the road. And, this team probably should be better than it, but I still think the chemistry is not there. They've gone on the road. They've lost as favorites to Houston. They've gone on the road. They've lost by 10 at Dallas. That's not exactly what I would like to see going into the champs' den here tonight in Denver. So, yeah, I'm going to be on the Nuggets here in this game. Like I said, are you getting a bargain? Maybe not, but these are the games Denver gets up for. They know the KD and Booker and them are coming into their house. They've played good, focused basketball, good at both ends of the court since the All-Star break. I can't trust Phoenix's defense from one night to the next. So, yeah, the -8.5 here with Denver. I'll lay it.
Dutchie, can you get to the window with this one? Nuggets have been blowing everybody out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy, Winter Circle. I see you, my dude. You Capper Sports in the building. Good to see you, my man. I think, obviously Winter Circle liking KD. A lot of talk about KD. Man, the numbers is a big number, man. With blowouts, where props go to die. So, I mean, it sounds good, but the way I look at it is this motherfucker might be on a bench in the 4th quarter. So hopefully he gets that shit early, because everything I see is the Nuggets really just smacking these boys. Saturated said Nuggets were good. all game. They probably are, you know. So what I would like that honestly in this game, I'd like Suns to get out to a little bit of lead and I fuck around and get a better number on Denver because I'm not laying 10. I'm just not doing it. But if I had to, it'd be Denver all the way. So no action here, but yeah, I'm definitely not looking. I'm looking to fade the Suns. I don't know what the Suns are thinking, man. They got to get a point guard. They didn't make the moves. Now Booker's hurt. Bill's been in and out. And if it's all KD, man, it's not going to be too good. His numbers will be all right, but they will not be productive on the court. That productive in winning, I believe.
Also, I want to mention that you got to continue to go build to go 20+ points, man. That's the only way they're going to continue to be. I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. Bill to go 20+ points. He's going to get a dub tonight, so it's plus money there. That's the way I'll be for sure looking towards the end of the night.
All right, good stuff. Lil Wham wanted to give a little input there too. We got through the NBA card. It was a tough one, but we made it to the end. So on that note, we will move on over to the best bet segment. And per usual, I slide to my guy Wham first. Let the people know what the best way to get paid is.
The best way to get paid, we're going to go to the guy that we always go to. This is a tough one because props do go to die in the blowouts, and this is a blowout considerably, potential blowout with whenever you're dealing with the Boston Celtics. We're going to go Caillou, though, man, over 2.5 threes. I gave my son a haircut. He kind of balled like Caillou today. We're going to do it up for my boy. Over 2.5 threes, -110. I also like that Mavericks team total under 2, though, man. That's a good play for me. Both of them bet the same, so you can pick which one you like the best, but I like the Caillou the most. 2.5 threes, man. We got to stick to the guy that we love, man. Keep it with Derek White over 2.5 threes.
All right, Wham Bam sticking to Caillou. And we'll go to Babano next. I don't have a clue what you're using as your best bet. Enlighten us.
Yeah, we're going to go to the last game we talked about. I don't trust Phoenix. The defense has been just inconsistent, sometimes not even there at times. It's not like they've played great basketball. 2-6 straight up. 2-6 straight up, 1-5 against the spread their last 6 games. Denver's been rolling here as of late. I think it continues here tonight against this Phoenix Suns team. I'll lay the 8.5 with the Denver Nuggets, a Denver team that against Phoenix, the last 3 meetings, they've won and covered all 3, and all 3 victories were by 8 points or more. I think they get this one by 9, double digits, something along those lines. So Denver -8.5, best bet.
Good stuff from Babano. And my best bet will go next. I will take the Celtics in the first half minus the 4.5 points. They're 22 and 6 in the first half on the road. They're playing great basketball lately. Cavs are the complete opposite. So I'll get in and get out for my best bet. Celtics first half minus 4.5. And last but not least, we'll slide it on over to our guy Dutch, and he'll let us know what the freshest look is and take us home.
Yeah, man. The freshest look of the day. Hey, man, we're going to make it official. We're going to Dallas. Get right spot here. It's a perfect motherfucking spot. And the line is creeping, so we'll take the 4.5. Full game, Dallas Mavericks. Luka the motherfucking Don will suit up. Kyrie and them boys. Come on now. It's big business, and they will handle it at home against these motherfucking Indiana Pacers that all these motherfuckers like here. So check it out. Dallas Mavericks. Good money. Believe it. Appreciate all the real ones holding us down. Dan Kelly. Ixnay's on the building. Good to see you, my man, Mr. Bless him. Justin, I see you, my dude. Be sure to like and support the motherfucking channel. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Come on now, Luka.